What's up, y'all? It is Lord Dirt back with another video. This time we're checking out another WRC explained video. This one comes right after we just watched watched and learned from the pace notes video, all the pace notes explained by them, and now we're going to do the 7 levels of WRC rally cars to figure out the difference between them, if any, or if it's, you know, similar to what I had said in the very first video of this little day that I did to record videos, and where Rally 2 is like the FCS and Rally 3 is like Division 2 and, you know, things like that. So we just gonna jump right into it. Always, we'll put him and the channel at the bottom in the description, have my socials at the bottom as well, and you can always like, subscribe, and comment and give me videos to watch, react to, explain, and learn from. I love to learn. I'm not out here pretending like I'm the best and the only one that knows about rally. I do love to learn, and it ain't just rally either. I know there's another motorsport out of the UK that's something similar to like demolition derbies and stuff, something called bangers or some things. If y'all, if any UK people watch this video, let me know what it's called and I'm gonna go watch it. Alright, let's get to this video though.
You can buy a Toyota GR Yaris from a dealership, drive it to Tesco, park it, use it every day. But that same name, that same badge, is also strapped to one of the fastest rally cars on Earth, a 500 horsepower machine that goes from full grip to sideways in a heartbeat. So what actually happens between this and that? 7 levels. And once you see them, you'll never watch rally the same way again. From a standard road car you can buy today, all the way up to the most extreme rally machine on the planet. We're going through every level of the WRC ladder, what they cost, what they make, and what separates each one from the next. Let's start at the bottom. Level 1, the road car. This is where it all begins. And honestly, it's not a bad place to start. The Toyota GR Yaris, the road-going version, is a proper hot hatch. It's got a 1.6-litre 3-cylinder turbo engine, making around 280 horsepower in UK spec. It'll do 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. It's got 4-wheel drive, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it weighs around 1,280 kilograms. For a road car, that's genuinely impressive. Top Gear loved it. CarWow loved it. Your mates will love it. But look inside. Airbags, carpets, a stereo, cup holders, air conditioning, a back seat, all of that is about to go. Because the moment you decide to go rallying, properly rallying, you don't start with a Rally 1 car. You start here at the bottom of the ladder and you earn your way up.
That's going to change though. That is going to change.
Level 2, the National Rally Car. It's basically a road car on a strict diet and a roll cage, or in FIA terms, Rally 5. Yeah. And this is where most drivers actually start their careers. Club rallying, national championships, the kind of events where the spectators are standing 3 feet from the road and the co-driver is reading pace notes off a clipboard held together with gaffer tape. Rally 5 cars are production-based, 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive typically. They're built to a budget because the whole point is accessibility. Think Ford Fiesta 1.0 EcoBoost, Renault Clio Rally 5. These are cars that real people can afford to campaign.
Anybody, again, we pausing it to do this. Anybody that ever plays any of the rally games, we're gonna go with the EA Codemasters, EA WRC series. When you start it, you have a choice of Junior WRC, Rally 2, WRC 2, or WRC, or actually no, you can't do whatever, WRC 2. Most people will get into WRC 2 and just live there. Junior WRC really is R5. Yeah, the starting car you get there is a Ford Fiesta ST. So it's basically what they're basically saying there. Real quick, I think I paused it on a good one. The FIA regulations back in Group A era, and then again in '97 for the WRC regulations. Group A says to increase the relevance of rally cars to road-going vehicles, the FIA mandated that manufacturers produce 2,500 units of a car within a year, or 12 consecutive months to achieve, shoot, I hate this, homologation or boy, he gonna say it and he gonna get it right. Homologation, I think. Homologation. I don't know what that is. That's a word though. Somewhere. 97, a little bit different, but yeah.
FIA requires 2,500 base cars, so you start with a real road car, then strip it back, cage it, and add a sequential gearbox. Power is modest. We're talking roughly 120 to 150 horsepower, but on a narrow Welsh Forest stage or a Finnish gravel road, that's more than enough to get your heart rate up. This is where Kalle Rovanperä started, where Ott Tänak started, where almost every WRC driver you've ever heard of started. Level 3, Rally 4, now it feels less like a car and more like a tool. Now we're stepping up. Rally 4 is the first rung of the proper FIA rally ladder, and it's where you start to see real performance. The Ford Fiesta Rally 4, built by M Sport, is the benchmark here. It runs a turbocharged 999 cubic centimeter Ford EcoBoost 3-cylinder engine, making around 200 to 210 horsepower. It weighs a minimum of 1,030 kilograms. Still two-wheel drive, but now with a proper 5-speed Sadev sequential gearbox, uprated suspension, and a full roll cage built to FIA spec. The interior is gone. No carpets, no stereo, no backseat, just a harness, a fire suppression system, and a co-driver who's about to read you a pace note at 120 miles an hour. Rally 4 is where the junior WRC category lives. It's where manufacturers invest in young talent. It's competitive, it's affordable by motorsport standards, and it's genuinely fast. But it's still two-wheel drive, and that matters more than you might think. Right now, these are still beginner machines. At the top of this ladder, level 7, you're dealing with a 500 horsepower hybrid car that doesn't just drive through corners, it launches out of them. We'll get there soon, but first, this is where it starts to get serious. Level 4, Rally 3, Level 4, Rally 3. Here's where things start to get serious. Rally 3 is the bridge between the junior categories and the full-on professional machinery, and it's a proper step up in every direction. The Ford Fiesta Rally 3, again from M Sport, produces around 215 horsepower from a 1.6-litre turbocharged engine. Minimum weight is 1,210 kilograms. Still two-wheel drive, but the aero package is more aggressive, the suspension is more sophisticated, and the car is noticeably faster through the corners. Rally 3 cars compete in the WRC 3 category within the World Rally Championship itself. So these drivers are on the same stages at the same events as the top-level factory teams. They're just running a few minutes behind. That's a big deal. You're on the Monte Carlo Rally, you're on Rally
Talk about that in another
you're on the
video.
same roads that Ogier and Neuville are destroying, just in a slightly less violent machine. And this is where everything changes. Level 5, Rally 2, Level 5, Rally 2. And now, we're finally getting close to that Level 7 car we talked about. Rally 2 is where the WRC 2 category lives. And it's where the sport gets genuinely, properly, frighteningly fast. These are four-wheel drive cars, and that changes everything. The Skoda Fabia RS Rally 2, currently one of the most popular and successful cars in this class, produces up to 290
using
horsepower
that in my
from a
Citroen.
1.6-litre turbocharged engine. The Hyundai II20 Rally 2, the Toyota GR Yaris Rally 2, the Ford Fiesta Rally 2, they're all in the same ballpark. Around 290 horsepower, around 1,230 kilograms minimum. But it's not just the power, it's the four-wheel drive system, the mechanical differentials front and rear, the 5-speed sequential gearbox, the suspension travel, the way these cars rotate on gravel, that controlled, beautiful, violent oversteer that you see in every rally highlight reel. Rally 2 cars are also the entry point for privateer teams with serious budgets. You can hire a Rally 2 car for a WRC round. It'll cost you, we're talking 6 figures for a full event, but it's possible. These are the cars that feed talent into the factory teams. Elfyn Evans drove Rally 2 cars before Toyota came calling. So did Adrian Formeau. The WRC 2 category is genuinely competitive, genuinely global, and genuinely spectacular to watch. And this is usually the point where people realize rally cars aren't just faster versions of road cars, they're a completely different world. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more videos like this, hit subscribe. We break down the sport so it actually makes sense, because now we're getting into the top level. Level 6, Rally 1, 2025, no hybrid, Level 6. Rally 1, the current top-level WRC car. This isn't modified anymore. This is purpose-built chaos, and the drivers love it. And here's where it gets interesting, because in 2025, the FIA made a significant change. The hybrid system is gone. From 2022 to 2024, Rally 1 cars ran a combined hybrid and internal combustion system, producing over 500 horsepower. It was spectacular.
Brutal.
It was complex, and it was expensive.
It was essentially the controlled version of Group B. I know I get some people that will. Oops, I'm sorry. Some people that will disagree, but it was a controlled version of the chaotic time that Group B was, where you can just do whatever. 500 with a hybrid system. That's just wild. 2027 rules. Watch that video later. Really breaks down some new things that are happening. But that really means for like Rally 2, Rally 3, it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get damn sure interesting. And yes, I can make more analogies to current American college football changes. It's fun. We got to get there first. Hold on.
So expensive that it was becoming a barrier to entry for manufacturers. So, for 2025, the FIA stripped it out. With the hybrid unit, it's gone. The air restrictor on the engine was reduced from 36mm to 35mm, and the minimum weight dropped from 1,260 kilograms to 1,180 kilograms. The result? Around 370 to 380 horsepower. Less than before, but in a significantly lighter car. Ott said it himself. This is how a rally car should be. Lighter, more mechanical, more about the driver. Let's talk about what's actually in this thing. The engine is a 1,600 cubic centimeter inline-4 turbocharged direct injection unit, 5-speed sequential gearbox, 4-wheel drive with mechanical differentials front and rear, McPherson suspension with 270mm of damper travel. That's what lets these cars absorb crests and jumps that would destroy a road car. The brakes are 300mm discs on gravel, 370mm on tarmac. The body is 1,875mm wide, nearly 2 meters. The wheelbase is 2,630mm. So 3 manufacturers field Rally 1 cars in 2025. Toyota Gazoo Racing, Hyundai Motorsport, and M Sport Ford. Their drivers, Ogier, Evans, Rovanpera, Neuville, Tenac, Fourmeau, are the best rally drivers on the planet. And in 2025, Sébastien Ogier used this car to win his 9th World Championship title. 9, the same number as Loeb, the greatest of all time, and he's still doing it. Level 7, Rally 1 Hybrid, 2022 to 2024, the peak, Level 7. The Rally 1 Hybrid, the most extreme rally car ever built for the World Rally Championship. This is what the sport looked like from 2022 to 2024. And even though it's no longer the current regulation, it represents the absolute peak of what WRC engineering has ever produced. Here's how it worked. The 1.6-litre turbocharged engine produced around 380 horsepower on its own, but bolted alongside it was a 100-kilowatt motor generator unit, that's 134 horsepower, powered by a 3.9 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Combined output, over 500 horsepower, over 500 newton-meters of torque. The hybrid system kicked in during acceleration, giving the car an instant electric surge of power that the turbo engine alone couldn't deliver. Under braking, it regenerated energy back into the battery. You could even charge it externally, like a plug-in hybrid road car, in around 25 to 30 minutes. The minimum weight was 1,260 kilograms, heavier than the current car because of all that extra hardware. But with 500 plus horsepower on tap, and the power-to-weight ratio was extraordinary. These cars were genuinely unlike anything that had come before in WRC. The sound was different, that electric whine layered under the turbo and exhaust note. The acceleration was different, instant, violent, relentless. The technology was different. This was a proper hybrid powertrain, not a gimmick. And the drivers who mastered them, Ogier, Neuville, Rovanpera, Tenac, were doing things on gravel and tarmac that looked physically impossible. Thierry Neuville finally won his first World Championship in 2024 after years of heartbreak, driving a Hyundai Voice 20N Rally 1 Hybrid. It was one of the most emotional moments in the sport's recent history. 7 levels. And now when you see a rally car fly past at 120 miles an hour, you'll know exactly where on the ladder it sits. From something you can drive to work to something that barely feels like a car anymore. From a GR Yaris you can drive to work, all the way up to a 500 horsepower hybrid monster that Sébastien Ogier used to win his 9th world title. Every driver at the top of this sport started at the bottom. Every factory car began as a road car, and every stage you watch on a Sunday morning, whether it's Monte Carlo in January or Finland in August, is the result of decades of engineering, regulation, and raw human talent climbing this exact ladder. That's what makes WRC different. That's what makes it special. If you want to understand more of how this sport actually works, not just what happens, but why it happens, subscribe.
You know, that's a really good made, a well put together made video for an AI over voice. It is. That was no human. But anyway, it was really well done. That's what I was saying. What was I saying? Group B in the 80s, they were allowed to do whatever. Really no limits. I say really no limits because, I mean, they had to have some type of limit, but really no limits. It was like having rules in the Discord server, and they're there. Who's going to enforce them, though? That was Group B. This was a controlled Group B, 2022 to 2024. Which they're going to change again in 2027. Can't wait to get to that video. This was fun. Again, I really wish I could do rally. I really wish I could do rally racing. But I weigh 370 pounds. Ain't no damn way they gonna put me in one of them cars. I'm one. I don't think I'll fit. 2, if I do fit, I automatically make that car heavier. Way heavier. Newville, you see how big Newville was. Newville ain't maybe 170. His Navigator's about the same, what, 150, 170. Them together are less than me alone. What the hell am I do? Be a driver and have an Alexa over there or a Siri in the right seat? Where's she at? Cause I know she's about to say something. I'm gonna have Siri over there doing pace notes. She'll get it wrong. So anyway, I'm gonna link this stuff in the bottom. My stuff will be at the bottom. We're gonna roll out to the next one, next video coming up soon. Yeah.